Genesis begins with the world as God intends it, a world of order, harmony, and beauty, a world of abundance and provision, a place where He will make His home. Then, everything falls apart. Evil infiltrates creation. Humanity rebels against its Creator. And so the scene is set for the major conflict of the Bible. How will God reclaim what is His? How will He bless the world so it can flourish again? Genesis is the beginning of the answer. The book opens, appropriately enough, with a prologue depicting the origins of the world. But this account focuses more on the who and why of creation than the how. According to Genesis, God makes everything there is, not from a distance. His Spirit hovers close, just above the watery depths. With each successive day of creation, its formless, empty state gives way to order and purpose. When God rests on the seventh day, He reveals the true purpose of creation. In the ancient world, deities rested in temples. But God is no ordinary deity, and this is no ordinary creation story. The earth is God's temple. He intends to dwell with us forever. These plans are disrupted when the first humans rebel against God's rule. From here, Genesis moves through a series of accounts or family histories detailing the exploits of early humanity, and one family in particular. The first four accounts show the world spiraling out of control. With each new generation, the human race falls deeper into a cycle of violence, chaos, and injustice, until finally God has had enough. He will wash the world clean in a great flood. One family is spared, Noah and his children. God makes a covenant, a sacred treaty or oath, with Noah, promising never again to destroy creation. God begins to fight back against the power of evil. The final 7 accounts of Genesis detail God's relationship not with the world as a whole, but with one family in particular. God makes a second covenant, this time with one of Noah's descendants, Abraham. God says He will bless the entire world through Abraham's descendants. Except Abraham doesn't have any descendants, until Isaac the miracle baby is born, and God renews His covenant, promising to bless Isaac's family for Abraham's sake, and ultimately, for the sake of the world. He renews that promise with Abraham's son Isaac and with his grandson Jacob. He says they will become a great nation with a home of their own, and God will dwell with them, as He dwelt with humanity in the beginning. Abraham and his descendants are deeply flawed, a fact that Genesis makes no attempt to hide. All of humanity is tainted by rebellion. The chosen family at the center of this story is no exception. As Genesis draws to a close, one of Jacob's sons is betrayed by his own brothers. He is sold into slavery in Egypt, foreshadowing what will come in the next part of the story. Genesis ends much as it began, with God's people in exile, far from the home that was meant for them. But Genesis is only the beginning of the story.